What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. Today we have the producer's letter for this month. If you are new to kind of how this works, usually a couple days after the preview, it's usually the next day, because it did come out last night. They release a producer's letter that kind of talks about kind of what's everything that was kind of shown in the preview, as well as kind of more details on everything as well. So we're going to go over it here real quick. This first part I'm not going to read because it's just kind of talking about what happened at Tales Festival. If you want to read it yourself, obviously I'll leave a link to this down below. And if you don't want to wait for my video to see the preview, you can actually if you go to the Tales of the Rays JP website, it'll always be, when you see like volume whatever, that'll be when it's for the producer's letter. But so let's start down here because there are some differences. The preview kind of misled us on the order of the events of what we'll be getting. So we're going to cover that in a little bit as we scroll down here. So obviously there is a new version talking about the July update. They're talking about Spirit Dress, which is like the spirit gears, special overlay magic mirror. They basically are talking about right here that the last spirit gear event with Ix and Melina, a lot of players found it hard. If you didn't summon for the spirit gear, it was almost impossible to get it to level 3 without having to spend diamonds to refill your stamina. So they understood that right after the event ended, and they said that they would make adjustments. So that's what this is talking about here. Obviously, this is auto-translated, so it's not gonna be like the most perfect English here. So yeah, they were saying it took time to make adjustments and all that stuff. They're saying that we should be satisfied with everything going on here. Adjustment content, spirit, related function, review, increased condition of so they're talking about the gauge, I assume, for your spirit gear and how long it takes to fill it up. Like, I've been using Ix on my team for the Duke event, and I have like 187 AP, so I do the event probably a good like 10 to 20 times a day. I still have not filled up Ix's spirit gauge just from fighting Duke, which is pretty crazy. So basically down here they're talking about how they're just trying to kind of change how it works, maybe make it faster for it to kind of fill up. Because if you barely get to use it, I mean, what's really the point of it? They're changing how the gacha works for it. It looks like. So let's see. I'm just kind of looking here because I haven't read over this yet myself. But I do know that for the gacha aspect for it. So right here are the two comparisons of everything. So right down here, if you pulled it from the gacha, it looks like you only got 200, but now from the gacha, you're going to get 500. Which is pretty nice. And they're talking about how many you need per level. So they lowered the levels too. So like just to get to the stage 3, you obviously need 500, which is still kind of the same, I guess. Well, no, because if you pulled it from the gacha before, you automatically had it at level 3, which I'm sure is still going to be... I'm just kind of looking here. Because it looks like the art for Ix's level 3, it was actually at the 3, but then it's looking like Stan's is at the 5. Okay, so it looks like if you pull it from the gacha, it's showing 500 here, so that means you probably get up to stage 4 just pulling it once. And obviously this is going to apply to Stan, Leon, and Vague if you're pulling for them. Which is kind of tough because now all 3 of them are going to be on one banner instead of pulling for 2 Spirit Gear characters. So a lot of people who are going for one of the specific characters will probably pull the other characters as well. Me personally, I'm not going to be touching the banner for this because the 3 characters in question I don't have very strong. So I'd much rather save for characters that are kind of, like Flynn and stuff, stronger. So here's basically the number of spirit gears for each level. They're basically saying that they reduce the amount it takes to level it up. So I assume the amount we get from each mission will probably still be the same. They're just lowering the actual requirement. So it looks like you get obviously you get the gear on the first stage. It looks like level 2 you get the outfit. And then it looks like you have to get it to level 5 to actually... So they're making it so you can't actually get the art itself until it's at level 5. But obviously, if you're pulling from the gacha, you get 500 of these. And then so you're already at stage 4, so you don't have to farm up too much more. I'm confused. Obviously, I can't read Japanese, so I'm just going based on kind of my speculations, because it's really weird to me that they have 2 different sets. It's like 50-50, 150, 200. So, whatever. Long story short, they're making it easier to basically level them up. Increasing the chance of obtaining fragments. Okay, so it is a quest that can only be challenged a fixed number of times daily. So, they're also kind of limiting it in a way. But I'm assuming it'll still be obtainable all the way. If they're doing it like this, where you can only do it a certain amount of times daily, that has to mean that even if you're going to go full free-to-play and not pull for them, that you'll be able to level them out within the time limit. It's easy to make spirits in various parts. I made adjustments easily to raise the level. Okay, so they're basically saying you won't have to worry that it's going to be a lot easier than... I mean, you look right here. You look at these kind of numbers. You look at these kind of numbers. It's such a huge difference. Even just looking at this first row, it's everything is half of what it used to be. So that's interesting. I think a lot of this stuff... Okay, so now they're talking about Luke and Ash from the preview. Let's actually scroll down a bit, because this is all stuff we're not going to be able to kind of understand right away. So here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. So this is the delivery schedule. So originally, based on the preview, they showed the Patty and chat stuff first, so I thought that was going to come first. But it looks like that's not the case, which is great for me, because that means I have longer to save. So it looks like the Spirit Gear event will be the first event coming. So on the 12th or 13th, that's when this should be starting. And then we also have... and then the rest of the stuff is obvious enough. We already knew that these 2 would be the story chapter. I mean, I thought these guys would be like a story chapter, but they would also have a farming event, just because that's how Ix and Melina's was, but obviously it's not the case. So we're getting this as an event first. We're getting the 7th chapter of the 3rd arc, which is going to be Luke and Ash. And then we are also getting the Patty and chat event will be the final event. So probably around like the... I'm trying to think. Probably around like between the 28th to the 30th of this month will probably be when this event drops, so that gives me more time to save. Because what I'm probably going to end up doing is, I'm not going to summon on this banner. I'll probably do a paid step up for this banner. Just one, see if I get Luke or Ash's overray. And then I'm going to stockpile all my diamonds for this final event right here. So yeah, now they're just kind of talking about how, Luke and Ash's overray mirrors are here, and that they're going to have their long hair. Yep, and then Chat and Patty's swimsuit event. So, unfortunately, I kind of had this thought in my head, like, what if they did a pirate event? It would be so cool to see, like, Flynn of all people in a pirate costume. But it is that they are saying swimsuit wear, so expect a fan-servicey Judith Mirage art. And then Flynn will obviously be in a swimsuit as well. Hopefully they have his, he actually has a swimsuit outfit in Asteria. That's more of a, like a wetsuit, like if you're a surfer. So something like that. I also thought of this funny thing. It would be so cool if like an accessory for the summer event, Flynn actually gets a surfboard that takes the place of his shield. I thought that'd be pretty funny. But for the most part, that's the important stuff. Let's go back a little bit. And kind of look at this stuff a little bit more. So, they already started talking about Luke and Ash right here. So they are like we talked about before. They're going to make it easier as a policy. The setting up is now biased to Rarity 1 and Rarity 3 because it was hard to show motivation value level without changing the level, which can be used for magic spirits. Okay, so no. It is still at Rarity 3. Because I was looking down here and I see the picture move from 3 to 5. But based on this letter, basically they're saying they want people to be able to use these magic arts. You know, basically the spirit art. So I'm very excited about this because that means I'll be able to... I don't have any Mirage arts for Ston or Leon, but I do have Vague's regular Mirage art, so adding the spirit gear onto him will definitely make him way more viable for my yellow team. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the producer's letter. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited about the order the stuff is coming out? Are you upset? Do you wish it was the other way around? Let me know. And also let me know what you are going to be saving for this month, because this is a very stacked month for Tales of the Rays. But that is it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.